Welcome back to my channel. So during this video I'm going to be using the Makeup Shack's Majestic eyeshadow palette. I have no idea what I'm going to come up with these colors in this palette. I've been looking at it and looking at it and looking at it, but I have absolutely no clue. But we're going to go ahead and jump right on in. So my eyes are already primed, and I have them already set with a little bit of loose setting powder. So I'm gonna take this more dense, fluffy blending brush, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the shade. I have no idea. So let's start out with Stone, and it's the very first shade in the palette. We're gonna pop it right in the crease area. And I'm just stamping it, and it's a little bit deeper than it looks on the pan, but that's okay because we're gonna blend it out, and we're lightly packing it too, so just take your time and pack the shadow. You can also use a sticky base, tacky base if you like, but I like to set my base most of the time anyway. Okay, so we're going to continue to place it right in the crease of both eyes. And I'm going all the way to the inner corner as well with this shade in the crease area. Just continue to just pack it. Just make sure you just apply a generous amount of it right in that crease area. Take a little bit more. Just make sure you build it up. Okay, make sure the other eye is built pretty good. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to wipe off this brush with a towel in front of me, and then I'm going with a deeper shade. Let's do the do I want to do that? I don't know. You know what, let's not do that just yet anyways. So what I'm gonna take now is my Jaclyn Hill's JH59 3959, this large fluffy brush, and there's not a light shade in here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and try to blend these edges just to see if it's gonna work with me, because I may have to use another palette to get that lighter shade above this shade, but I want to see how it blends first to see if I am going to need it. It's blending pretty good though. And I'm blending in circular motions, so it's blending pretty good. Do the same thing for the other eye. You want to just make sure you blend it, and I'm blending it upward towards the brow bone, so we can get it diffused really good. And you want to blend outwards, and you can blend inwards with your circular motions, and then your back and forth windshield wiper motions. That's a pretty payoff. So I'm going to take a little bit more of the same color using the same brush, just to pack a little bit more right in this area, because I don't think I placed as much in this area on this eye as I did this one. But we'll apply a little bit more so we can have that uniform look, and pack a little bit more right above that outer V area in the crease. Okay, so now what I want to do, we're going to let's go ahead and blend this again, just so we can make sure this shadow is blended really good. This is blending so good. It's so nice, nicely well blended. So now I'm going to go in with, I'm gonna go back with this fluffy brush by BH, or do I want to do that? Nope, we're not gonna do that, Shelly Poo. We are going to take a smaller brush, because I think I'm going to use some of these deeper tones in this palette, but it does not look like I have a smaller brush in front of me, so that's not going to work. So let's just take the this came out with my Flower Beauty palettes. This is a little small blending brush. So I'm going to take this brush and let's do, I don't know. Let's take this maroon shade. Well, no, I use a lot of maroon. Let's take this last shade, Infinity. It looks like a matte green shade, but we're going to find out, aren't we? And we're going to pop this right in the outer V. And I'm just going to pack it. And go right in the crease, but not too high above it. Because I don't want it to take over the transition shade. But I do want this shade to just pop right in that area. I'm going to put it in the inner corner as well. We're going to try to do a halo, baby. Look, that's the plan, but we never know how this thing wants to do when I get through doing it. I never know what it's going to look like when I'm done. I just do it and wing it. So I'm going to continue to pack this shade. And right in that crease area just a little bit. So I'm lifting my eye for that. And I'm not going to go all the way over the lid. Okay. Same thing for the other eye. You're going to pop it right in the inner corner. And make sure it's going right up to that crease area, but not above it. Because you don't want this deep shade to, like I said, overpower the look. And then it starts looking muddy. Because I don't even know how this is going to look, to be honest with you. I'm just doing it. So just continue to pack this deeper shade. And I'm using the side of the brush and the tip of the brush just to kind of flick the shadow right onto the lid area. Same thing again. Just make sure you have the payoff that you would like before we blend it. Same thing for the other eye again. Just make sure it is packed. And that's the key. Just make sure you can lightly build your shadows. Well, that's what I like to do anyway. It works out for me. Take a little bit more. Especially when I'm using deep shades like this one. I don't want it to take over the entire eye, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to lightly blend the shadow. I'm just doing back and forth motions. Just to make sure we got this shade right in that crease area. It's really blended pretty good though. Hang on, you guys, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more of the shade Infinity right on that outer V. Again, I'm just blending it so I can fill in these gaps of the shadow. Okay, add a little bit more to the inner corner. I'm just going to lightly blend the shadow in. Instead of placing it, we're just blending it. And you can see it's kind of filling in those little the sparseness in it. Let's put this palette down so I can blend the other eye. Let's see. Take a little bit more of that shadow, and you can see where it's actually filling in and blending. And like I said, it doesn't look sparse and patchy. So lightly blend again before we do some shimmer, because y'all know I love my shimmers. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my glitter glue and we are gonna pop it right on the center of the lid. Okay, so I place it on my ring finger. That's a lot. So we're gonna pop it right on the center. Same thing for the other eye. You can see it's a lot. It's on my finger. But that's okay. That means that shimmer's gonna hold, right? So continue to place it on the other eye. Okay, so let me wipe this finger off. It's full of glue. Okay, so now we got the glitter glue placed. So now I think I want to go in with, I don't know, I think that yellow will be really beautiful. Let's do that yellow. And it is the shade Grand. And it's a shimmer yellow. So I'm taking this little Real Techniques brush. And we're just going to pack it right on the center of the lid. Now I'm using this smaller brush because I really want to control how much I'm placing on the lid, simply because I want to stick to the halo. And I feel like if I use a more wider brush, it'll just take over the entire look. So I'm going to continue to just pack it right on that area where we placed the glitter glue. And then I'm going right in the crease. I'm lifting my eye. I'm going right in the crease area with the yellow as well. Oh, that shade almost look like it's black now, doesn't it? That's why I didn't want to put too much and overpower my eye and then look like a black look. We're doing the same thing for the other eye. Just packing the shimmer right on that center. And then in the crease area with the tip of the brush, because we're going to take a blending brush and blend that yellow into the deeper shade. So I'm going to coat it again just to make sure all of the glitter glue is coated with the shadow. This is a beautiful yellow, true yellow shimmer shade. It's really pretty. Take a little bit more. Just make sure it's extra coated once again. Same thing for the other eye. And take a little bit more. Just a little bit. That is so pretty. This yellow is like really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, so now we got to blend. I think it's more here than it is there. So let's take a little bit more for the center of this one. Go over just a little bit more. Not too far over, just a little bit. Okay, about right there. Until we start blending those shades together. So I'm gonna take my Sigma E36, and this brush is clean. I don't know why it just look like it's dirty. And I was trying to find my other one, but it is not in front of me. So I'm gonna take this brush and we're going to blend the deeper shade towards the yellow shimmer, because I want to keep the deep shade visible through the yellow shimmer shade. So I'm flicking the deep shades towards the center of the lid, if that makes sense. I'm just flicking it. I'm not doing the back and forth. We're just flicking the shadow. Same thing again. Okay, let's do the same thing for this eye. You want to flick it, because I feel like this yellow shadow is so close to that outer V shade that it would take over it. So we're going to fix it, but right now we're just going to continue to marry the two shades by flicking them together. That one's pretty. And do the same thing again for this eye. I'm just flicking inwards. And the same thing for this one. I think I need a little bit more deep depth over here on this eye. But we're going to continue to flick the shadow. Okay, and this one's going inwards. So I'm going to flick this yellow towards the center, not the center, I'm sorry, towards the inner, just to get it evenly blended in this area. Just to diffuse it a little bit more. Okay, that's a little bit better, yeah. I like that. So now I'm going to take the deeper shade. Well, do I want to do that right now? Yeah, the deeper shade we used, Infinity, and we're going to pop it right back in this inner corner area and lightly blend it into the yellow shade, because I feel like I lost the shade in the inner and the outer V areas of the eye when I was blending the yellow shade, and pop it right back in that crease. And when you use this brush, it gives it like that really light airbrush effect, so you're not placing a whole lot of shadow back on your brush when you use the little small fluffy blending brushes. Okay, so I think that is pretty. So now we're going to wipe this brush off, because I think I want to put a little more yellow. Wipe it off pretty good. We're just going to wing it, honey. Just hope this thing come together. So now I'm going to take the yellow again, and this time I'm just going to go back and forth with on the edges of this shadow. I'm just making sure I diffuse the yellow. Same thing again for this eye. So I'm actually really liking it a little bit. I don't know how it's going to turn out when I finish it, but for the most part, I think it's somewhat coming together. I just like this yellow. This yellow is like popping. Like pretty popping. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with this first shade we started with. And we're going to place, we'll use the same brush. And you don't have to worry about all this color because it's coming off on this dry towel because the brush is not wet. So you can still use the brush. Now if I was using it on a tacky base, I would not be using the same brush. But since it's really dry and I'm wiping it off really good, I'm continuing to use it. Especially for the precise look I'm going for with these precise areas. So I think that's actually coming together pretty good. I'm gonna take a little bit more of this shade, and I'm just packing this shade right back in the crease so we can have that definition going and the deepness of it right in that crease area. Okay, so I think that's, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna blend just a little bit more with that shade that we started with. Just make sure it's diffused really, really good. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna lay this palette down, but I'm gonna dig into this deeper shade again because I feel like I want to deepen up the outer V just a little bit more, just a tad bit more. And I only, you know, picked up a little, the tiniest amount of it, just to, like I said, make sure it's deepened up to my liking, especially on that outer V area, because I feel like I was losing the more I blend in that area. But I think overall it's coming together pretty good. So I'm gonna blend the inner corner. Now I didn't add any more to do this area again, because it's time to wrap this baby up. Okay, I think that should do it. So now I'm gonna take I need a matte shade, a matte. So I'm gonna use my little Wet n Wild Creme Brulee, because I do not have another palette in front of me with a lighter shade. So I'm gonna use this Jaclyn Hill brush, and we're gonna pop it right under the brow bone and set everything else going into the crease area. I did not know how this was gonna look, but I think it's probably gonna turn out nice after all. But we will see when I get through the rest of my face, because that's why, honey, I have to trust the process and just keep going. So now I'm just gonna blend these two areas together. I always just keep going, because you never know, it may turn out well, the look may come out like you want it, and it may not. But honey, I will keep going, y'all. I'm not stopping. What they say, mama and raised no quitter. I'm gonna keep going. So now I'm gonna take this small blending brush again and diffuse this outer V area one last time before we clean up the under eye area. I think I like it though overall. So now I'm gonna take my wipe, add a little bit of my micellar water, so we can clean up this area and see what it what it looked like when I am done, because I have no clue at all, but we shall see. So I'm patting it, then we're going to wipe it. So these are some dark shades, but I like my dark shades. I like dark shades. I like all shades really. So I'm going to clean up under the other eye. And I love how it gives that crisp look. Like that crisp look. So now we're going to go back in and blend a little bit more on those outer V areas. Then we're going to go off camera and do the rest of our face. Alrighty, I think I like this so far, but like I said, I don't know how the rest of the look is gonna turn out, but we shall see. So I'm gonna do my norm, jump off camera, and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. See you guys in a bit. Welcome back. This is the finished look using the Makeup Shack's Majestic eyeshadow palette. Now to finish the rest of my eyes, I went in with the deepest shade that we put in our crease and our inner corner, and I used my pencil brush my little eyeliner brush, not a pencil brush, I'm sorry, a little eyeliner brush, and I put that shade on the outer V all the way across the middle of the lower lash line. And then for the middle of lash line going in towards the inner corner, I used the shade right next to it, the green shade Midori. It's like this hunter greenish shimmer shade. And then I applied, for my inner corner I used a highlighter out of my blush palette. So I didn't use any more shades out of this palette for the lower lash line, only those 2 shades on the second row. Now, to highlight that inner corner, I used my Carity Blush Balm blush palette in Burgundy Blast. I used the gold shade that's in the palette, and I used that shade and popped it right in that inner corner and drug it a little bit on the lower lash line, right in the inner corner, and went up a little bit in the crease area as well with that gold. And I also put the tiniest amount of that same shade, that gold shade, right under the brow bone area. Now, I did not apply any more shadows, and I absolutely love how this look came together. Like I said, when I was doing it, I was like, I don't know what it's going to look like. I was not 100% sure, but it all came together. I absolutely love it. Now, if anyone is interested in my base, I have the routine just down below. I actually did another one, I want to say like a month ago, that I updated. So if anybody wants to see that, it will be below for you to review. For my lips, I'm really not a matte girl because my lips are like dry right now, and I'm about to throw some gloss on them. I'm trying not to because to me it really complements this eye look. But I went in with my I think it's a Profusion lip liner. Yeah, this Profusion lip liner. I don't know the shade because I can't see. Well, it says nude. So this is a Profusion lip liner, and I used the Stila matte lipstick, and y'all know I can't see this. This writing. Oh my goodness. I gotta start bringing my glasses back in here. I don't know the shade, but it's this nice nude brown, light brown nude shade. So that completes the look, and like I said, I really do like how this look has come together. Like I said, I did not know what it was gonna look like when I got done with it, but I am pleased with it. I love it. I like that yellow, pops pretty with my greenish. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. I don't really see a whole lot of the Makeup Shack on YouTube. I don't know if it's because the brand is much older. They don't do a lot of releasing of makeup palettes, but they do have amazing eyeshadow brushes. So I do use their brushes from time to time. But I have not seen them doing eyeshadow palettes or anything like that, like I said, in a very long time. So let me know your thoughts on it if you have this eyeshadow palette. But I do know, I think they still sell this palette on their website. They just have not brought out any updated eyeshadow palettes. But I do know they do a lot of, like I said, makeup brushes. And I want to say, I think lip glosses, I believe, and eyelashes. So let me know your thoughts on it. If you have this eyeshadow palette, if you like it, if you want me to use it again, let me know. Because the shadows blended beautifully. I had no issues with any of the shades blending, you know, while applying to my eyes. But again, if you have not done so already, comment, like, and subscribe to yours channel. And become a part of my YouTube family here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.